Hello, it's Kevin Annett. This is March 31st. I'm speaking to you from the former territory of the Dominion of Canada, now under common law jurisdiction and the authority of the Republic of Canada. Well, this week we received tremendous news, an official acknowledgement by the various governments of Canada that indeed tens of thousands of children died in the Indian residential school system operated by the Catholic, Anglican, and United Churches and the Crown of England. Now this, of course, is an affirmation of what I personally and our movement have been saying for over 17 years, and that is over 50,000 children died in these Indian boarding schools deliberately because of a policy of genocide and extermination. Now this is not only great news and a vindication of so many people living in dead who have fought for this truth to come out, but it's also a cause of celebration for many of those children who have died, like Vicky Stewart, beaten to death at the United Church Residential School in 1958. Over 50,000 other children whose remains lie across this country or whose incinerated remains are still in the ashes of these schools that are still standing, and yet not one person has ever been brought to trial in Canada for the death of any of these children. This is the indication of a criminal regime, and that's why the news today reaffirms the verdict of the International Common Law Court last year that on February 25th, 2013, found the Government of Canada, its churches, the Crown of England, and the Vatican all guilty of crimes against humanity and concealing these crimes, and as a result, disestablished these bodies as legitimate organizations, in effect nullified their authority. Now this has tremendous repercussions, especially now that the government themselves admit a massive genocidal level amount of death going on in these schools. It affirms the testimony of people, and also it affirms the court decisions. For example, this court document from last year calling on all of the agents of the Crown and the Vatican to stand down, that their oaths of allegiance to Queen Elizabeth, the Crown of England, and the Vatican and the Pope are all null and void because these are criminal bodies. This has been reaffirmed today by this announcement by the Canadian government. And so the question facing everyone in Canada, in England, in any Commonwealth country is simply this: what do we do with this truth that has been given to us? The very system acknowledging that they're criminal bodies and responsible for genocide. It means we can no longer be part of that system, as we've been saying for some time. It means that not only are the authorities of the police, the judges, the soldiers, the members of parliament nullified, but we need a new lawful authority in this country. And that's why on July 1st in Winnipeg, Canada, there will be the first of a whole series of conventions being established to reconstitute a legitimate government in Canada under the authority of the natural law, the people of this land, God, and the Committee for the Republic of Canada. A tremendous step forward, because this is an affirmation of what our ancestors from Europe and the original indigenous people were fighting for and struggling for, and that is a land that could be shared equally, not under corporate control, not under the authority of foreign tyrants and popes and crown, but the people themselves. It's a chance to reinvent Canada, and that's what we're doing. So when people ask what to do, it starts in your own neighborhood. There is no more lawful authority in Canada, except that which we establish among ourselves. We recovenant with the police, the courts, and the others to come under the common law. We start in our own communities. We start by establishing the common law courts and the Constitutional Convention, which is happening in the first week in July 2014 in Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is a tremendous vindication of all the work and the struggle of people for so long. And I'm thinking today of our friends like Bingo Dawson, who was beaten to death by Vancouver police simply for demanding to know what happened to the children in these schools, and for occupying Anglican and United Churches in Vancouver paid the ultimate price, as did many other people in our network. And yet we're standing with the spirits of these brothers and sisters today, thanking them for their struggle, and looking forward to the time ahead when we can reestablish the Republic of Canada under legitimate, lawful authority. Stay tuned for more information at itccs.org. I thank you.